Time for the team news from around the Premier League ahead of the weekend's fixtures. And let's start off with the Friday night football. Brighton captain Lewis Dunk is in contention for the game. Doubts, though, of Jack Hinchelwood and Ferdy Kadioglu. For Southampton, Jan Bednarek and Aaron Ramsdale have long-term injuries, while Adam Lallana is also out and therefore misses out on a return to his former club. To the G-Tech Community Stadium we go. For Brentford, Christopher Ayer is not ready to return yet. Aaron Hickey and Rico Henry are still out. Harry Winks will be out for Leicester as first-team coach Ben Dawson says that tomorrow's game comes too soon for the midfielder who picked up an injury against Chelsea last week. To Selhurst Park, a big boost for Crystal Palace as Ebere Eze and Eddie Nketiah are both fit to return. They will feature in the squad this weekend. Bruno Guimaraes is in contention for Newcastle after coming off injured against West Ham. Dan Burn returns from suspension. When we go to the City Ground, Nottingham Forest will make late calls on the fitness of Morgan Gibbs-White, Elliot Anderson and Anthony Elanga for their game against Ipswich. There are no fresh injury issues for Kieran McKenna, Calvin Phillips and Ben Johnson amongst those players being assessed. To Molineux, and Gary O'Neill is hopeful there'll be returns for Pablo Sarabia, Craig Dawson and Santiago Bueno ahead of Wolves' game with Bournemouth. Antoine Semenyo suspended for the visitors, but Ryan Christie returns from his own ban. To the Saturday night football at the London Stadium, Edson Alvarez back available after serving a 2-match suspension. West Ham head coach Julian Lopetegui will not be on the touchline, having picked up his third yellow card of the season. Arsenal are expected to be without Ben White and Takahiro Tomiyasu, while defender Gabriel will be assessed after coming off against Sporting on Tuesday night. To the first part of Super Sunday at Stamford Bridge, no fresh injury concerns for the Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca, whilst Aston Villa will make a late call on Amadou Onana, although Jacob Ramsey is still sidelined. To Old Trafford we go, and Ruben Amorim will make a late call on Johnny Evans' fitness. Luke Shaw has come off the bench in Manchester United's last 2 matches. Harry Maguire also back in training. Armando Broja and Yusuf Chamiti are continuing their recoveries with an under-21 match at Everton's training ground today. Seamus Coleman back on the grass, but the game comes too soon for him and for James Garner. To the hot stay we go. For Spurs, goalkeeper Guillermo Vicario is out with a broken ankle. Christian Romero remains a doubt. Meanwhile, Fulham will be without the injured Joachim Andersen, while Jorge Cuenca misses the trip to Tottenham. Ryan Sessegnon also a doubt for Sunday's game. And then, Super Sunday, Part 2. Liverpool look set to be without Ibrahima Konate after he posted on social media his frustration at picking up an injury at the end of the win over Real Madrid. Conor Bradley will be assessed, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is fit to start. Pep Guardiola didn't give any fitness updates during his news conference, but Oscar Bob, Mateo Kovacic, John Stones and Jeremy Doku were all unavailable to face Feyenoord.